Ladies and gentlemen, we have a contender. Kia has entered the battle of the three-row midsize SUVs, and they've come a-swinging with a little something called the Telluride.
Ooh, that sounds promising. So what's the deal with the Telluride? Well, this big guy is aimed at SUVs like the Toyota Highlander, Chevy Traverse, Ford Explorer, Volkswagen Atlas, and Honda Pilot. It's built in West Point, Georgia, and crafted specifically for the US market.
As an American human, how do I feel about the Telluride? Let's answer that question with a montage. The second row seats are comfortable and adjustable, and they afford an expansive view forward. The third row is small if you're a strapping American, or me. My knees clear if the second row passenger is generous, but my head touches just barely against the headliner, regardless of the seatback angle. The automatic engine start-stop system is so smooth and so quick, I have no desire to turn it off, even though I could with this little button right here. The driver's seat and steering wheel are widely adjustable, yielding a comfortable driving position, and my elbow still touches the armrest, even with my hands on the steering wheel. Nice. When climbing to the third row, a standard push-button release quickly gets the second row out of the way. There are grab handles for third row passengers, grab handles for the second row passengers, and grab handles in the front. Why is there one on this side? Am I that bad a driver? Oh God, why? That is not real wood. Passenger capacity is 8, but that drops to 7 with the second row captain's chairs that are included as standard in the SX trim. The cabin is quiet thanks to a standard acoustic windshield and acoustic side glass found on the higher trims. The key fob is nicely sized and shaped. This button looks important. I'm no doctor of engineology, but I don't think the engine revs are rising nearly as fast as that tag says. And the Telluride looks like this. I like it. Make up your own mind.
One of these days I'll make a review that's nothing but montage. But for now, let's dig into the Telluride's details. How about cargo space? There's 21 cubic feet behind the third row and 46 cubic feet with the 60-40 split third row seats dropped. Use the convenient second row seat releases in the cargo area and you'll have a healthy 87 cubic feet to work with. That compares favorably to the Honda Pilot, but the larger Chevrolet Traverse still wins where total cargo volume is concerned.
Accessing the Telluride's cargo zone is convenient because of a smart tailgate that senses the key when you're hanging out here for about 3 seconds, automatically powers up so you don't have to use your hands to lift it up. It's really convenient, but it's only included on the 2 higher trims. So lower trim buyers, maybe spend less money on your kids' college. Something to think about. Sorry kids, you're not going to college because your parents didn't feel like doing this. Worthwhile sacrifice.
As someone mulling family-friendly SUVs, I bet you're curious about the Telluride's safety credentials. On that score, lane keep assist, rear cross-traffic alert, rear parking sensors, and forward collision warning with pedestrian detection and automatic emergency braking all come standard.
There's also a standard rear passenger alert system with ultrasonic sensors that can let the driver know via text messages or the vehicle's alarm if I've left something important in the back seat. For example, a pet, a child, a James. The system works. We're not gonna have to get a new James from the pound today. Hey buddy, get on out here.
Thanks, man.
No hug? I'm glad James isn't dead.
While that safety gear is a nifty segue, the Telluride's equipment list, even on the lowest trim, is generous and includes smart key access with push-button start, 5 USB ports spread across all 3 rows, auto up-down windows, LED position and running lights, full-speed dynamic cruise control, and an easy-to-operate 8-inch infotainment display with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.
On higher trims, there's a 10.25-inch screen that, beyond more real estate, includes a couple of neat features, including Driver Talk, which amplifies the driver's voice to rear seat passengers. James, you're a good friend and a hard worker. I value your friendship. And a quiet mode that cuts audio to the second and third row speakers so Daddy can listen to his murder podcast without emotionally scarring his 3-year-old.
I'm going to award the Telluride's infotainment interface bonus points for the inclusion of physical buttons, which make accessing the system's abilities simpler when moving, a thing that vehicles do frequently. Tellurides of all type feature a 3.8-liter V6 that runs just fine on regular unleaded, comes backed with a 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and offers a standard tow rating of 5,000 pounds. On that note, the EX and SX trims offer a tow package with a hitch and a self-leveling rear suspension. To change the Telluride's driving demeanor, explore the standard drive mode selector. Beyond tweaking steering effort, various modes alter transmission and throttle behavior in interesting ways. The Telluride's Eco mode is among the least offensive I've used, smoothing out throttle applications without a needlessly lethargic feel. Meanwhile, Sport mode initiates abrupt throttle reactions, frenetic downshift with only slight throttle provocation, and it makes the tachometer dance. Stick to Comfort mode, and acceleration is smooth and predictable. Floor it and you can expect prompt reactions from the powertrain, followed by reasonably intense thrust. Kia also includes a Smart mode that automatically switches between drive modes based on driver behavior.
You can actually watch Smart mode change the drive mode you're in the gauge cluster. Now I'm in Sport. Hey, Smart mode! I'm in Comfort now.
On all trims, all-wheel drive is a $2,000 option. Sounds like it's time to make our way to the only dirt hill within 30 miles. The all-wheel drive system trims fuel economy slightly.
But isn't that a worthwhile trade-off to have adventures like this? Yeah, we're off-road and it's dirty and a little bouncy. Yeah, woo! And we're back on the road. So tight, bro.
The all-wheel drive system also adds a snow driving mode and features a lock function that splits torque evenly between the front and rear tires. When not ultra-blasting the off-road gnar, the Telluride moves with finesse. The ride remains supple in challenging moments.
To illustrate the point, here is a massive bump. Smooth. It seems smoother if you know how massive that bump is. And yet, through this tight right-hander, the Telluride feels planted and reassuringly controlled.
Okay, there is a slightly excessive self-centering quality to the steering, but as we all know, nobody cares about steering feel.
But you know what people do care about? Money! Money! It's only $2, I'm going to chase it. I think I've made my point.
Snag the cheapest front-wheel drive Kia Telluride LX trim, and the MSRP lands a bit south of $33,000, including destination charges. To see what people are actually paying in your area for a Kia Telluride, check out Kelley Blue Book's fair purchase price, kbb.com, yada yada. But as a privileged bunch, we at the Blue Book only drive the finest automobiles. In this case, the grandest SX trim. $44,500 ain't cheap, but isn't my comfort as a car reviewer worth it?
Probably not.
Nonetheless, the SX comes drenched in indulgences like LED headlights, a 10-way memory driver seat, black 20-inch wheels, dual sunroofs, a 360-degree camera system, 10-speaker Harman Kardon audio, and this neat Kia K900-derived blind spot display in the gauge cluster. Add the $2,000 Prestige package with Napa leather, second-row heated and ventilated seats, cloth-wrapped A and B pillars, and a heated steering wheel, and you're looking at more than $46,000 worth of Kia SUV.
Standard on the SX and the somewhat less fancy EX trim is Highway Driving Assistant. It basically merges lane keeping assist and dynamic cruise control with road sign recognition so the vehicle can automatically adjust its speed, keeping things nice and legal. We'll just shut that off right now.
Before committing to a Kia Telluride, it's worth mulling alternatives like the roomy Chevrolet Traverse and VW Atlas, the more efficient Toyota Highlander, the Kelley Blue Book award-winning Honda Pilot, or the Ford Explorer, which is offered in both hybrid and 400 horsepower ST variants.
There are good reasons to choose one of its myriad competitors, but if you want a stylish, comfortable, supremely competent three-row SUV, the Kia Telluride, dramatic pause, is a primo choice. Good job, Telluride. Good job. Good job to you too, Tim. High five, high five.